They gave me one food cabinet and watched me on cameras. Now they're mad I didn't share snacks with their kids? So here's the situation, and tell me if you'd have handled this any differently. Back in February, I moved to the US to become an au pair. I'm 19, and this program is pretty much the only way I could afford to have an exchange experience. It's kind of like being a live-in nanny, but you don't get paid much. I earn about $196 a week. The trade-off is they cover my housing, food, and pay up to $500 towards school. The kids I care for are amazing, sweet, curious, and so fun to be around. But their parents, that's a whole different story. The moment I got there, they laid down a pretty strict rule. I was only allowed to eat from one cabinet in the kitchen. That's it. And apparently, they have cameras and would know if I touched anything else. Not sure if that's true, but I wasn't about to test it. I'm not trying to steal from anyone. Now, the cabinet they gave me, it had tortillas, canned veggies, beans, and a few boxes of mac and cheese. That's it. No snacks, no meat, no cheese, nothing fresh. Just bare bones, low-cost stuff. And they only restock it once a month. I brought it up with the au pair agency, and they told me that technically, the family's allowed to do that as long as they provide food. My options were to either match with another family, which could take weeks, or go back home. I didn't want to give up, so I stayed. But I was constantly hungry, so I started using my own money, what little I had, to buy extra food just for myself. Not a ton, just things that helped to keep me going. Chips Ahoy, Pringles, some beef jerky, cheap stuff that would last. Problem is, the parents are super strict about their kids eating junk, and I wasn't trying to eat that stuff in front of them on purpose, but I'm with them almost all day. So of course they saw me snacking and asked if they could have some. I told them they'd have to ask their parents, not because I was being mean, but because I only had a small amount, and I really couldn't afford to share. I was barely making it work for myself. Well, they asked, and their mom exploded, right in front of them. She said I had some nerve denying her kids food inside her home, and that if I was going to eat in front of them, I had to share. Oh, and that I wasn't allowed to bring that kind of junk into her house at all. I tried to explain that I didn't have the money to buy food for everyone, and I'd be more than happy to share my food if they shared theirs, meaning the food the family eats, not the kids' meals or snacks. She told me I was lucky she needed a nanny and left it at that. I told my parents, and they think the mom was totally out of line, but also that I shouldn't have put the kids in that position. My au pair friends kind of agree and say I shouldn't have denied food to the kids. So, am I the bad one here? And would I be wrong if I kept buying food like that even after the mom told me not to? What do you think about this? Let me know in the comments.